signing that plea agreement, originally you were charged with capital murder, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you worked out a deal where you ultimately pled to the offense of tampering with evidence, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And for tampering with evidence, the range of punishment is 2 to 10 years in the prison or community supervision.
I'm going to object to leading.
Sustained.
To instruct the jury to disregard the question and whatever part of the answer got out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you'll disregard that last question and last answer.
Motion for mistrial.
Denied.
On the way to North Star Mall, what happened?
We hit the light at McCullough, and Tamor took out his gun and pointed it at Mark and asked for his bag. Mark refused to give him the bag, so they all started hitting him, and Tamor was hitting him with the gun, and the whole time I didn't look back, but when I did, I saw his face, and I started telling them to let him go, and I just kept screaming, let him go.
Objection to hearsay.
And Jalen opened the door and started pushing him out. And he was fighting to get back in the car. And then I didn't let him in the car. So he went around the car and he jumped on the hood. And then the light turned green.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna stop you right there, okay?
Okay.
So, who did Tamor have the gun pointed at?
Mark.
And what was Tamor saying when he had the gun pointed at Mark?
To give him his bag.
And so, once the light turned green, what happened?
He pointed the gun at me and told me to start driving. So I started driving. I didn't know where to go, so I turned into the first place that I saw, which was the Chick-fil-A. Once I turned into the Chick-fil-A, he kept yelling at me to get him off the car. I didn't know how to, so I was just going back and forth really quickly. And then Mark kicked the windshield, and Tay-K opened the door and shot him.
Okay.
He just...
All right. So when you were in the Chick-fil-A parking lot and Mark was on the hood of the vehicle, who was sitting in the front passenger seat of the vehicle at that time?
Tamor.
What did you observe Tamor McIntyre do from the front passenger seat?
He shot him.
How did Tamor, did he exit the vehicle or did he roll the window down? How did he shoot?
Yeah, he opened the door and leaned out on one leg.
Okay. Now, do you see the person that shot Mark Anthony Saldivar in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Would you please point to him and identify him by an article of clothing he's wearing?
He's wearing a white shirt.
Thank you. Let the record reflect that this witness has identified the defendant, Tamor McIntyre. Now, I need to back up a little bit, and I apologize. When you all were at, where did Mark's backpack end up?
And Jalen had it.
Where was the backpack once you all were in the Chick-fil-A? Do you know where it was, or you didn't see it at that time?
I didn't see it.
Okay. Now, when you all were at that stoplight at McCullough and 410, prior to that, did you have any knowledge of Tamor's intentions to take Mark's belongings at gunpoint?
No, ma'am.
Okay, but then what did you observe occur?
He was robbing him.
And that's at the stoplight?
Yes.
Okay. When you all Well, I'm the permission, I'm gonna publish State's Exhibit number 63.
Jalen,
Okay, do you know if there was anything inside of the wallet?
he had got upset because there was only $10.
When you say he got upset, who are you referring to? He?
Jalen,
Can you please describe to the jury the demeanor of Tamor McIntyre and Jalen Bell at the Mexican restaurant once you all got off the vehicle?
they were kind of going back and forth, and then Jalen applauded him and gave him a high five, and they high fived each other, and Jalen said he caught your first body.
Can you describe to the jury how you were feeling when you all were at the Mexican restaurant?
In shock.
Did you ever see what was inside Mark Saldivar's backpack?
No,
Did the defendant, Tamor McIntyre, ever make a statement to you about what was contained within the backpack?
yes.
What was it?
He said there was a roll of condoms, a bottle of lube, and a whole nother outfit.
Did the defendant ever make any statements about Mark Saldivar's cell phone? Or did anyone make a statement about Mark Saldivar's cell phone?
Jalen,
Do you know what he did with the cell phone?
he said he tossed it.
Objection, hearsay, confrontation.
Judge, it's a verdict.